All right, so if you're just popping on from the first video, if you're just kind of stumbling upon this video, please go back and watch part 1. This is a continuation. So if you have watched the first video, here we are on the second step of completing your doggy Valentine or virtual or digital card. So the next thing you want to do is just make sure that your photos are saved in a folder. So you can see I created a folder and I just called it doggy card. And then I put all of my sequencing images within there. So you want to just make sure that folder is on your desktop, easily accessible from Photoshop. Now, what you want to do in Photoshop, once you've exported the images that you worked on in the previous exercise, go to File and then go to Scripts, and then you'll want to go to Load Files into Stack. And what this will do, it'll just create, it'll pull in all of your images in sequence and then create new layers, kind of keep them on separate layers so that you can kind of edit them together. So browse. And again, I already have doggy card on there, and I kind of have the frames named. Browse. Didn't want to do that. I wanted to grab all of those. So browse and then hold down your shift and then just pull all of those in there. Just gonna take that. Let's see. Remove. Okay. So again, I'm gonna remove these and just do those steps again since I had a little hiccup. When you go to File and you select Scripts, and then you'll open up Load Files into Stack. Then once it says Load Layers, you're gonna go to Browse and you're gonna grab the images directly from the folder. Open. Okay, and then those will populate over here to the right. You can already see he's kind of moving and wiggling as we go. And then next thing you want to do is just go to Window. If this isn't already open, and then just make sure your timeline window is open. Mine was already open, so it closed. So just hit Timeline, and then select Create Video Timeline. All right, so I double-clicked Create Video Timeline and pulled in all of these, all of the images from the previous exercise. And so what you'll want to do is just kind of move the start and end point and kind of edit those so that they're happening one after the next. So I don't want them, if this one, Doggy Valentine 3 is starting, then I want 2 to start once it finishes. So it's just kind of grabbing those start and end points. Let's see. Slide in those so that they scroll down to the next frame. And then your final frame. And if you want to check just how it's coming along, just hit this play button and it'll show you kind of how it's moving through the timeline. All right. And then this little box, you want to check loop playback. Just make sure that's checked. Loop playback. And let's see. And if it's moving too slow for you, you can also, I'm gonna stop. kind of have to play with the speed a little bit. I can have it speed up by just making the time between clips shorter. All right, let's try that. And you'll want to make sure they're close together, otherwise that gray will pop up. All right, so I think we have it placed. We can just make sure that the playback loop button is checked, and so if you wanted to play with other motion and add some different motion on there, you could. I'm gonna take that off. That's not the look I'm going for. All right, so now we're going to go to File, Export, Save for Web Legacy, and just make sure, yep, the GIF setting is selected, and that the looping options say looping forever. You can also press the button to just get a feel for how it will move, and export it. And that is it. So you have your exported kind of GIF, the little playful dog in there, and you can play around with the speed and the settings within Photoshop. So once you have your GIF exported, so I'm gonna just say save, and you can name it Doggy Valentine GIF. Save, and then you can go into your Canva settings. If you use Canva, it's a tool that allows you to just kind of play around with different animations, different colors. I just want to show you all. So I actually use this in real life for something I was designing for my sister. So I pulled in the GIF, I kind of designed a little text in here and personalized it and customized it even more. So that's an option that you can do as well. Find your little cute graphic that you want to animate and just play with, and then turn it into a card, turn it into something special, just make it your own. All right, I hope you enjoyed that tutorial. If you have any questions, I know that one was a little rough and there's a lot of different details in there, so I'm gonna put my email address in the description. If you have any questions about just maybe you're getting stuck at a certain part in the process, I'm happy to help you out there. All right, enjoy the rest of your day.